Guys, they knew I was coming. It's Yarmageddon. 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 Okay, so guys, this video is just supposed to be really chill. I had it as a backup in case things got busy. And they sure did. I now have 2 kids as opposed to 1. And they have taken up a lot of my time. But I'm making sure that I keep to YouTube because it's something that I've always wanted to do, and God knows how long YouTube is gonna stay around. I'm not trying to jinx anything, but you know what I mean. And so it's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm not gonna stop doing it because things just got a little busier. So I decided to start cleaning up my yarn collection. It's gotten hectic as I've grown to love it. And so now I have a lot of yarn that either have been left over from projects or that I buy because they're on sale. I am becoming that yarn person. So I'm just trying to neaten it up. Okay, got it together eventually. All right. So next thing that's on the docket is I have been putting off my mood blanket. I'm a week behind, so I need to finish this yellow and move on to this blue, and I at least just want to get this row done. So that's the next thing I'm going to be doing. I know I'm hopping from thing to thing, but I need to be able to wrap up certain projects in order to make space. I also need to finish this strap. I literally only have about that much to finish, so maybe I should do this first so that I could put this away. And I need to get a big button for it, but yeah, so yeah. Okay, so the next thing that I'm doing today is Tuesday, by the way, a little while off from when we started doing our cleanups and whatnot. So I have these remaining, and I really want to do like a 70s, the 70s flower blanket, but I figured that I could start doing it with remaining scraps of a yarn that I have no plans for, or that might be too little to put into projects that need to be finished. So like this is from my mood blanket, but it's so little, it just makes more sense to like put it into like being the center of a flower or something. Same for this, I used for my daughter's dress, and this I used in my daughter's, the first blanket I ever made, that I made for my daughter. So I'm just going to use these and use it as the center. So the plan is I'm going to make a bunch of these first with fabric that I think should be for the center, which is like the center, the pollen of the flower. And then the more I get, I'll either decide whether it should become the petal part and whatnot. And then when I have a bunch of these, I think then I'll decide what color the outside might be, and it might be fabric I have remaining or not. But I mean yarn. but I figured this is the best way to not waste. One of the best ways to not waste the yarn that I have left over that probably won't go into any projects. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Just make a bunch of these little circles. So I don't have a lot of storage space, but soon we'll be moving into somewhere that has a lot more, and I could have a craft area again. But for now, we're working with what we're working with. Okay guys, this is the state of the one box that I have for storage. I know I should get more, and this is all the yarn I've been keeping in it, and this is all the pages, the little, like what the yarn comes with. I kept it so that I know the name of each yarn, but in reality what I'd like to do eventually is put it in a diary. Now the book I'm using for right now is not the book I want to do. I am that type of person that likes to go back and write everything neatly. So I'm going to invest in a book that I could properly denote everything, and this will go in that. Then I just need to find a good way of keeping this together until then, which it's not really working out right now. And then all of these are samples that I did for each project, which also has to go into books. That book that I need to purchase, that, yeah, so that's something that we're gonna write, that we have to do at some point. All right, this isn't gonna be pack away perfect, but I want to start by putting all the colors of yarn that I have no intention of using anytime soon. I have a 4th of July project coming up that I'm going to be doing soon, but this could go at the bottom. These threads are what I am using right now for my mood blanket. I actually need to restock, but these are what I'm using for my mood blanket right now. And actually, this is used for a project I didn't film, which was my daughter's dress for the baby shower. But I think I'm actually going to use it to make the petals for the flower. But I can't start that project until I have the other yarn that I'm going to use as the main yarn. So that's on pause for now, and I should probably put it at the bottom. That would be a good idea. Put it at the bottom for now with the rest of stuff, and then pile this on here, and then I'll just, yeah guys, this is gonna get messy again. I know, but at least it fits. It fits, okay? It fits right now. Yeah, quick and dirty. All right, these are a lot of things. This is my space for one of the projects. This is something I was working on in the hospital that I don't think I'm gonna finish, so we could put it aside. And I need to cut off all these extra yarn and then put them aside. Beads I never ended up using, and the little circles that I had, so I'm just going to clean all that up and put them away. Yeah, just gonna undo all of this and use this yarn as stuffing. Waste not, whatnot. I mean, I could continue what I was gonna do with this. It was gonna be a bag, but I don't have time for that, and I wasn't liking the pattern anyway. So use it as stuffing for a project that I'm doing now. plushy body, and now I left a little hole open, and I'm gonna do my plushy arms. So for anybody that decides to do the tutorial, how I am telling how many loops I've done so far based on the chenille is the 3 green. Like you see those 3 green yarns, I know I've done 3 rows because I have had to loop that around. With the chenille, it's really hard for me to tell how many rows I've done and count it, so these little threads make it a lot easier for me to count. So if you do it and you use chenille and you're having a hard time counting how many rows you've done, here it is. I mean, you could totally write it. That'd be a great idea, like do a little check, but I didn't. So these 3 loops help me.